G'day everyone, welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. Today I'm going to run through sort of a basic strategy my craps dealer mate uses, just from observing him play. Pretty simple, fairly low bankroll requirement. I've got 600 here. So what he basically does is he says, okay, here's 52 bucks. He'll basically give me 52. And you'll say, okay, put across all the numbers and 5 each on the hardways. So you basically hand me something about like that, and so we'll stack it all up. So there we go. Need one more on the hardways, one on each, and that's all right. Now occasionally he'll put a C bet or an E bet. He normally does a C bet if he's shooting with his pass line. So let's say he's shooting this time, and put a any craps bet. And the interesting thing with what he does with the any craps bet, because that pays 35, he will then parlay that to a $40 horn bet, and the $40 horn bet will pay it'll pay 300 if you're hitting the aces or midnight, and obviously we'll pay less on the other numbers, but we'll pay 150 on the others. But yeah, that's basically how he plays. When he gets a hit here on any of these box numbers, if the point's on this side on 8, 9 or 10, he'll press up the 9. If the point's on this side, he'll press up the 5. If the point's on this side, he'll press up the 9. And if the shooter hits their point and so they go swap from this side to that side, he'll swap his 5 and 9 around. He'll always replace his hardways if it comes the easy way. So if it's a easy 4, easy 10, he'll replace the bet. And these he'll always press them as well on his hardways. But you know, $52 in action normally if he's not shooting. Otherwise, you've got $62 in action there. So let's get started. We'll get some dice. Grab some here. But I've seen him be quite successful with this because he's using prop bets and he's being speculative with the craps and the horn bets. I've seen him come away with many hundreds, 700, 800 sometimes, with a very modest bankroll. So yeah, it's quite he does quite well with it, and it's very, very simple. So let's go through it. Coming out. So there we go. We've got midnight there. So that's obviously a $35 winner here. We lose this one, but we get paid 35. And what he does is he presses that into a $40 horn, just like that. We'll put his pass line back. Still trying to set a point. And 7. So didn't win this one loses obviously. It was a nice try, but we get paid there. So put that one back, and we'll try and get a point. 9. 9's the point. 9's the point. This one loses. All right. Let's see what the shooter can do. And we've got an 8, 6 to 8. There we go. So that pays $7. And what he will do, he will typically give me the extra 5 and say replace my hardway. So we replace the hardway, which is this one here. And we'll give him $2 back, and because this is the point, he'll press up the 5. Alright, we've got a 5. So we've got a hit, So that's a $14 winner. And he'll normally go, here's the $1, and I'll give him 15 back. And he'll say press it up, and he'll then usually rack it. He'll do something like that. And you'll always just press the one number. 10. Because it's come easy, he'll basically say, what's he say? Here's $1. I'm pretty sure he says, and then replace the 5, and press up the 5. So that's what he gets paid for the 1. Put that back, press up the 5, and this replaces the halfway. And 7, so not to be. That didn't make anything there. Alright, so punk off, new shooter, so I'm not going to do him, so put down 52, that's why he'll hand me 52, and I go great, let's, and I don't have to give him any change, so we just rack it up, put it up, 5 each on the halfways, that's 2 here, we put this back to the dealer. So that's him done. Now we've got 10, so 10's the point. Grab those. And that's 6-2, so 6-1-7. So up dice rolled. It was literally off the table. But 6-1-7, so another loser. So 52, let's do the same thing, buck comes off, just back to the dealer, back here, and we put his halfways up. Alright, there we go, so it's another shooter, not him, he's not shooting. Okay, we've got to come out 7, so that's nothing. And obviously this is not working, I'm just setting it up, but normally you'd wait for the point to be set. 8. 8's the point. Alright, so now he's working on it, everything's working. Let's see what the shooter can do. 5. So 5, he gets paid $7, and he'll say, okay, points on this side of the table, press up the 5, he'll take the $2 back in his rack. And we've got 7 again. I should be playing dark side. Alright, so let's try and do it properly this time. Let's say he's shooting. Put down that. Put down any craps. And what do we got? Got a 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. 9's the point. So again, we'll say 52. And 5 each on the halfways. So I'll go great. Put that down. this comes down, obviously. That was a loser. Pulled that, should have pulled that straight away. Anyway, here we go. Up off the table. Let's get some new dice. Let's see if I can roll something longer than one roll. And we've got midnight. So at this point, when he sees something like that, he'll typically go, okay, I'm going to put us down on that. Not to be 8. So that's a lost bet. But the 8 pays $7. So because it come easy, he will usually give me an extra buck and say press up my 5 and replace my 8. So that will replace the 8 there, and he'll rack $2. So far it's been quite a bad roll for any light side players. There's that 8 again. So again, he doesn't press anything else other than one number. So there we go. Again, sorry, there, and I'll get some change for this. So, back to the dealer, and he'll say, you know, replace my 8. So we'll do that. Replace his 8. Give him $2, and he'll say press up that 5 again. So no worries, that's what we do. Press up the 5. He's going to have 15 on it. And 7. So all this comes down. Clearly having very, very short runs here. Alright, so another 52 down. You know what that means. Let's put it all, actually, let's say he waits. Let's say he waits for the point. I'll give his money back. Say he waits for the point to be established. Let's do it the right way. Alright, so another random shooter. And it's a yo. That doesn't affect us. And craps. So sometimes even now when he sees that, he might still do that, even if he's not got a pass line. And 10. So 10's the point. Should do it the right way, shouldn't I? Alright, 10's the point. Now he hands me his 52. There's, put me 42 across and 5 each on the hard ways. So I go, yes sir. Here we go. That's a bet. Done. This one back to the house. And right, let's see what you do, shooter. That's 246. So that pays 7. But what he will normally do is say, hand me put an extra $5 down and go, there you go. Give me a put me back on the hard 6. So let's say that pays the hard 6. Done there. And he'll say, well, that's the point. Put me up on the 5. Stack it. So that's what we do. Press my 5. 10. So point hit. And it came hard. So that's good. That wins. He'll normally pass me a buck to get 2. And I'll press my 5 again. And then on this one, he'll get paid his 35. And you'll normally either press that one or you'll press all of them. But just say he presses the one. No, but let's say he presses all of them. He tends to be aggressive when he gets a hit on the hard ways, so we'll just say he presses all of them. and puck comes down. Shooter's made their point, coming out for a new point, and midnight. So dice rolled there. So midnight doesn't affect us. Let's say he goes back on that any craps. And look at that, bang. So he's kind of happy there. So that's 35. So he'll say, put me on as a $40 horn. So that we do that for him. And 6. So it wasn't successful. So take this one down. 6 is a point. Two, 3, 5. Oops. Oh, what I should have done, I haven't done that. He would have normally moved that to the other side, or say swap me around. So I'm going to say he missed that one, and he just gets paid his normal payout, because that's how he would play it. So there we go. I'm going to say stack it up on the 9, more racket. 10. 10 come easy. So again, you'd hand $1 and you'd say, get me back up on that hard way. So we go no O's and press my 9. So we do that. Back up on the, this is because he's lost 2 units. He just goes back up for the 1. So he might sometimes move things around if that's what's hitting. So, but I'll just leave it there for now. 6. Easy. That is the point. So he gets paid his 2. And again, he would hand me some money and he'd say, place my hard way. So I'll give him back that, place my hard way, and stack me back up on that 9. So great, and we place his hard way. Well, happened there? Done something wrong. That's right, that was his change. That's right, his change. For his 25, that's his $20 back. Right, there we go. So 6 is the point, puck comes down, setting our 3rd point. And we've got an 8. No, on. Gosh, gotta get it right. Alright, 8's the point, so obviously it doesn't affect us because none of our bets were working. They're all off, but now they're working. So what we've got a hard 6. So the hard 6, he's got $10 on that. That's going to pay 90. So he would usually press all his hard ways. Let's press them all up and collect this. And obviously, did we pay this? Did we not pay that one? Not sure if I did. So, need to pay that one. Alright, and again press the 9 and racket. So what he's hoping to get is a double by slowly growing one number. $9. So that's hit. So we've got 10, 20, 35. So, yeah, 35. That pays 49. Actually, I'm not sure if he passed me the one or not. I'm not sure what he would typically do there. Just say, so we have 40, 45, 49. Now, I'm not sure if he would press that up. I think he did. I think he would basically do that. He'd still press it up. $9. I'm trying to remember everything he did. Again, 49. So we've got, so it's just got to be 49. It's got to be 50. What am I doing? Yeah, that's what he did. He passed me the extra dollar. He pressed it to 50. That's right. I'm getting it now. And 50 pays 70. And again, he would press it up and rack it. And there's our 7. So when this comes down, yeah, I'm just trying to remember everything he did, because he was teaching me how to sort of do some dealing, and he'd hand me the dollars, and he'd tell me do this, and I'd kind of do it. So I'm trying to remember exactly what he did. But it was interesting seeing the way he would actually play. All right, so let's say he's new shooter. Let's say he's shooting. One on the C and one here, and oh, let's wait till he sets a point. So new shooter. This is our friend shooting. He's got a yo, so he wins there, and basically just uses it to replace that. And sometimes he would do both as well. I did notice that. But so come out 7. So again, he wins there, but he usually place that. 8. So 8's the point. And then he says, okay, set me up. Unit across and 5 each on the hard ways. So we got no worries. Go. Done. Alright. See what he can get. He's got a 9. So 9 pays 7. So you can say press up my 5. So we do that. Take this back in his rack. And 7. So not a good run. Comes down, so loses. Oh, let's see. Let's do another run. Let's say it's a new shooter, it's a new dice. Use the blue dice this time. And we've got an 8. 8's the point. Right, another 52. Alright, that's a bet. 5. 5 pays 7. So you'd press it up. 3. So that'd typically be, let's see if another one comes. No, hard 6, we don't mind that. So 6 gets paid 7. So again, he'd press up his 5. Doesn't need to replace his hard way because it came hard. And his hard way is going to get paid 35. Oh, sorry, not 90, I mean. Gosh. 75, 80, 90. So he'd say press them all up. So I'd take this back and I'd give him 20 back. So there's 20 on there. It's back in his rack. So he's got $10 on each of those. Obviously didn't win that one. All right. 5. So that pays 14. And you typically pass the dollar. And you press it up. Oh, sorry, I think that rolled then. 9. I press up that 5. Rack $2. And 7. Could have been, but it wasn't. Back to the house, new shooter. So what we do, new shooter, and what, 426, 6 is the point, mark it, alright, set me up, 1 unit across and 4 each the hard ways. That's a bet. And 8. Oh, rolled again. 8. So that pays. Now again, he would sometimes he would actually, I think sometimes give me more, but actually sometimes he'd give me like this much, and then he'd say press up my 5, or sorry, press up my 9. So he'd say there's 3 for 10, and no, that's right, that's what he'd do. So there's my 3 for 10. Press up my 9 and replace my hard way. So that's what you do. So you place the hard way there. And this comes back to the dealer. $10. Again, you throw the dollar and say, give me 10, press up my 9, replace my hard way. So if we do that, place the hard way, and we press up the 9. $3. So craps 3. Maybe let's say he does go on that one. And we've got a 426. 426. That loses, but he does win here. Let's say he does the same thing. He says replace my hard way. There's 3. Give me 10. Replace my hard way. So give him the 10. 1 replaces his hard way, and press up that 9. So that was the point. Set a new point here, then a 9. So remember, we are off on everything on the come out. So 9's the point. And we've got an 8. So again, that pays. That came easy, so he would have already thrown down my 3. It says replace my hard way and press up my 9. So let's say we do that. Press up his 9, and we replace his hard way. And we've got a yo. Let's say in Australia our bet's $5 minimum, so I'm just going to say he does that. Although you can, ours pay out differently, so you can actually have, I think, a split one, because we have $2.50 chips and 50-cent chips as well, because these actually pay, so Any Craps pays 7.5 to 1, and Yo pays 16 to 1. And so yeah, this pays 16. This one, Midnight and Snake Eyes pay 33 to 1 here. So yeah, because of these strange payouts, they need to have $2.50 chips. And also on our hardways, we get 9.5 to 1. And on these ones here, on the hard 10 and hard 4, it's 7.5 to 1. So yeah, all our payouts are slightly different. But you have to have a minimum $5 bet. Anyway, so he does that. Puts a unit each way. 5. Whoops. Move that back. Haven't thrown many 4s today. I think I've thrown 1, have I? So anyway, there's a 5. So that pays $7. Oh, sorry, done that wrong. 7. So he racks that and presses up his 9. And 437, not to be. Let's see if we can get one decent crack at this. Let's say he's going to be the shooter. So he puts down his Any Craps, pass line Any Craps. So shooter's coming out, he gets some big dice. These will do. Oops, need to hit the back wall. There we go, 5, 3, 8, 8's the point. This comes back, set that, puts down his action, put me across, a unit across, and 5 each of the hard ways. There we go, that's done, that's done. 9. So that pays 7. So press my 5, please. Presses his 5. And 7. Gosh, having a really bad run, aren't we? Not the light side player's day today. Let's see if we're hanging in there just enough. So we'll say a new shooter coming out. Here we go, new shooter. There's any crap specs. So let's say I'll have a bit of that. Even though he's not the shooter. No, 6. So 6 is the point. Lost the any crap specs. Let's mark the point. Let's put our action down. 5 each on the hard ways and 1 unit across. Done. 3. That was another one. Let's try and get it. See if we get some back-to-back horn numbers. Oh, there we go. We got one. That's a $35 winner. So he presses it part to a horn, $40 horn. And there we go, bang, hit it. So that's good. So that's basically pays 150 plus his $10. So he's going to get yeah, 150 back plus his 10. This comes back. Sorry, did I not get that right? Oh, did I not get that right? Why not? Oh, no. Something wrong there. Should have been a $40 horn. Must have underpaid. So there we go. So there's his 150 buck winner plus his original $10. So then he will press it to an $80 horn. So let's say we've got 50, 60, 70. We'll take this back. 4. Alright, so 75, 80, that goes back to him. So he's racking 80, popping 80. Oh, look at that. What do we get? Yo. So this has worked out well. So he's got 80, so on that he's actually got basically $20. So that's going to pay 300. Plus he gets his 20 back. Let's take all this back. Give him his 20. And at that point he normally will go, yep, that's good enough for me. And he'll call it a day at that point once he's got that. But let's just say he goes back down to his $40 horn. No, let's just say he packs it up. Packs it up in his rack, he's done, but he'll see out the rest of the hand. Now, 6, 4, 10. So 10 down there, pays, you normally hand a buck, say replace my hard way, so we do that, press the hard way, and because the point's here, also press up my 9, so we do that. That's a 6, so point hit, it's come easy, so again, what he will normally do again, he'll give me $3. And I'll say give me press up my 9 and replace my hardway. And yeah, that's it. Alright, that comes off. Should have set another point. And 7 on the come out. That doesn't affect us. Yo. Let's say he goes, I'll be on that. So he puts 1 each. 5. They lose, 5's the point. Alright, everything's working. We've got a 6, 2, 8. Again, pays $7, but it come easy, so he'd pass 3 to the dealer and say, replace my hardware and press up my 9. So, pays there, press up the 9 and replace the hardware. Done. Goes back to the house. Now we've got a 10. Okay, hands the dealer $1 and says, place my hardware and press up my 9. So we do that. Replace the hardware. We've got Yo. So I think he does that. I might have this wrong what he did here. I just can't quite remember. So he does that. And we've got a hard 10. So this loses. We'll pay, now what, I've got an extra on the 10 there. I put that on the wrong one, sorry. What have I got this extra card? Seriously. Alright, here we go. So he would hand me the $1 and say, actually no, yes he does. Just hand the $1 and he says just press up my 90 unit, black that, take this back, and over here we have to pay, so that's 35. 35, and he would typically press at least one of them, but sometimes he would press them all. So we've got $10 on them now. Yo. Let's say he goes on that E again. Let's put it on the Yo. I'll put it on the craps. I think that's what he did. Wasn't paying enough attention to what he did down there. 6, 4, 10. So it's lost. Obviously the hardware comes down. He would get paid and he'd put $1 in and he'd say press my 9 up and replace my hardware. And this comes back to the dealer. There we go, Yo. Oops. So that was Yo. So it doesn't affect us. Let's say he goes down here again. I know I'm not doing this exactly right, but boom. So that's good. So then he craps, that gets paid, that's 7 to 1, so that's 35. Puts that into a $40 horn. And this was a loser. Boom, almost. Almost, it's a 4. So, didn't work this time. But, again, it's an easy 4. He would pass the dollar and say, get me back on my hard way, and press up that 9. So let's say we do that, replace his 4, which has been lost. That was a $10 hard way. It gets replaced as a dollar. As a $5 1 unit. He only replaces it as a single unit one when it gets knocked off. So obviously he's hoping for the 9 to hit. And the 9 asking, you shall receive. There we go. That's 20. So that's a $40, $40.09. That's a $56 winner from memory. 56. So 56, and he's already got. Now, what would he do there? He'd go 40. So he got 40. He'd go to 45, wouldn't he? That's right. So we give him back the $1. Push it up to 45. I think sometimes you would even just go straight up to the 50. Let's just do that. Remember, sometimes just going whack, flipping it around. So he's taken most of the profit down. This is now pretty much a free bet. Easy. 8. He would at this point give me another $5 and so replace my 8, which unfortunately was $10, but replace it as a 1 unit bet. And he'd say press up my 9, give me the $2. So I've got 55 on that 9. We've got a 549. So 55 pays 77. Let's just say presses it up a unit. I can't remember how much you would press it. So I think at this point you'd be pressing it by $10 at least. Let's say press it by 10. So now he's got 50, 65 on it. Yo. I'm not sure if he went down here. Let's say he went down here. No, I know he'd do something different. I think you can do 250. I think that's what he was doing. But let's say we don't have those here. So he puts like that. 4. So that's another situation. We pass the 9 and say, put me back up on my hard way and press my 9. There we go, no worries. There we go, pressed up and done. So not pressed up, replace. Replace this one, press this one up. So now we're up to $70. And we've got a 549. So there's 20 pays 28. 20 pays 28 and 50 pays 70. So that's not a bad hit. That's when you kind of start to notice, you go, that's not a bad idea. And I think at that point you'd probably go up to 75 or 80 bucks, something like that. Five, so points been hit. So this is not a bad roll, makes up for all of the other bad rolls. And I guess that's when we play together at the casino, you know, you sometimes it goes round and round and round and it's just cold, cold, cold. And you know, he's basically playing a minimum, you know, 52 in action with, you know, obviously trying to get a boost out of the hard ways and occasional, you know, speculative bets on the craps and the horn. And you know, if you're there long enough, eventually you'll get that little hit that'll give you the boost, and then you go, thank you very much, and colour up and go. Obviously, being a dealer for 25 years, he knows enough around how the table works. And anyway, so here we go, 5, so we get 7. Here we go, and rack that up, put 1 on there. Gotta take the point off. That's another come out. Same shooter. Unfortunately, our hard ways are off. So we don't like to see that. But that's how it rolls. So that doesn't affect us. Now this I need to take down. I forgot to take that down. 5. 5 is another $7 winner. Press up my 9. So again, the point's on this side, so he keeps it there. If the point had changed, we'd flip it around to the 5. 10. It's easy. So again, pass me $1. Place my hard 10 and press up my 9. Done. Eight. Whoops, dice roll. Can't get that back there. 8. So there we go. Another $7. Now here, at this point he would throw me the 3. So press up my 9 and replace my hard way. So we go, yep. So take this back, press up the 9, and we replace the hard way. Hard 8. So let's pay this bet first. So pay the 7. So press my 9 up. So let's say we do that. Let's pay the hard H, 35. And 25, 30, 35. And then typically say, yeah, press them all up a unit. So let's say we do that. Give it like that. Actually, you usually just take them all up to the same amount. So there he goes, he gets 20 bucks back. 20 bucks back in his rack. So on this, let's see what we've got here on the 9, we're at 75. There's 100. There's 100 riding on that. Now I'm not sure, we didn't actually, I don't think we ever got it up as high as 100. I'm not sure, but I know he does, when he sees enough money, he'll walk. So I'm going to say let's say he does walk and takes 75. This is bankroll back to where he started, plus a bit. It's not too bad. 10 hard. So this one first. So pass me $1. So press up the 9 and rack this one. This one he's got $10 on that, so it's going to pay 70. There's 50, 60, 70. So press them all up. And rack the rest. $7. Okay. So let's end it there. We'll colour up and see where we ended up. Obviously, that one roll made a good bit of profit from a $52 bet. So where are we? Don't think any more will fit there. No, that's it. That's 500. Yeah, that's 600. 300. 350. There's a few ones here. Right. This back. Get another 5. That becomes a 25. Alright, so up 373, 75, so 78. So 378. That's not too bad. And that's kind of where just about every time I've gone and played with my mate, he's always up at least around 6, 7, 8, somewhere around that ballpark. Just depends how long we play for and how many times you get some of these craps and horns appear. But that's usually is where he ends up around that $300 mark. You'll buy in for somewhere around this bankroll, and that's actually pretty typical. I've seen this happen many times with my mate. So, and we're playing on the weekend just here at home. Had a barbie and we're all playing, and he was showing us a few dealer tricks and whatnot, and I just observed how he played, and again, yeah, he actually ended up way better than this because we were playing for a few hours. But yeah, it was actually surprising how simple, and you know, he's not pressing every bet up and doing that. He's only focusing on pressing one number, which I thought was actually kind of interesting. It's not a bad approach, and he certainly does use some of the prop action here, which, you know, being a dealer, I was actually surprised because of the house edge, but you know, he says, well, you got to get gain somehow, and you know, these bets, you know, give you gain. One of his stories, he said some drunk guy came up to the table and he parlayed a $5 bet into, I think it was out 80,000 or more, something like that. So it was, and he was drunk and didn't know what he was doing, and he just kept parlaying and all numbers were rolling, and you know, that sort of stuff can happen. So yeah, he's seen a few interesting things. Oh no, maybe it was 280. Someone made that, so it might have been more like 280. They had to get refilled a few times because of the amount of money that was getting paid out. So yeah, it can happen that you can get those parlays and just keep growing and growing and growing. But anyway, 300 and what was it, $78. That's not bad. We only got a $600 bankroll. It's over half our bankroll. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and look forward to your comments and feedback, and we'll see you again soon.